force him to love you. He can't expect you to be alright with all the bullshit he gives you. You wake up drenched in mosquito bites. But if you fall in love with a girl, she'll make you feel like the world is on your shoulder when you're holding her hand. The first time that you kiss, you'll smell lilacs on her lips, and when you need a little space, you know that she'll understand. That boy, let him go. Lights are on, but no one's home. Enough's enough. Find your pearl and fall in love with a girl.
You know it's okay to want more. You know it's okay to clench your fists when your head is all tangled up. Nobody else makes you feel like this. I wanna be your wake-up call. I wanna be on your bedroom wall. No one ever said boys do it better, so I wrote you a letter saying, why don't you leave him and come here and kiss me instead?
I heard you fell in love with a girl. She makes you feel like the world is on your shoulder when you're over your head. She'll love you carefully, drawing letters on the beach, and you finally found a place where you don't have to pretend. That boy, let him go. Lights are on, but no one's home. Enough's enough. Find your pearl and fall in love with a girl. Let him go. Lights are on, no one's home. Enough's enough. Find your pearl and fall in love with a girl. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Give me a second. Gotta unmute the game. Ah! Hi. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm here. I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Give it to me, baby. Dude. Here we go. Sorry. I had to like get the correct tabs open and everything. Anyways. I played a little bit yesterday when I wasn't live. I didn't go live yesterday because I slept pretty much from the moment I got home from work to like 10 p.m. And I woke up at 10 p.m., played a little bit, and I found out when the game first released, there were 3 hair options. The default short brown hair, long brown hair, and then the long gray hair. I found out that they added an option for short gray hair now, which is pretty cool looking. But yeah. And then I also pushed forward a little bit up into chapter 5. And apparently if you're in New Game Plus, hi Aurum. Apparently if you're in New Game Plus, you can just do the DLC when you get to chapter 5 if you've like already done the DLC before and you're in New Game Plus. They don't make you go all the way to chapter 9. So I got to chapter 5 and then the cutscene played. Oh cool. Yeah, I'm still gonna go to like at least the swamp monster boss though, because apparently Aladoro in the DLC, he has special dialogue if you have the katana from the swamp monster boss. So I'm still gonna go until at least the swamp monster so I can get the katana before going into the DLC. But yeah,
And also, there's short gray hair. This wasn't a hair option when the game launched. When the game launched, there was the brown hair, long hair, gray hair. I guess they eventually, in an update, added short gray hair as an option. I just found out about it like yesterday. Yeah. Theoretically, we could do the DLC right now, but I'm not going to because I wanna get the katana so I can get the special dialogue from Aladoro when we go into the DLC. But yeah. So I did play like one chapter off stream yesterday, chapter 4. I slept all day. I slept until like 10 p.m. I got home from work and I was so exhausted. I slept until 10 p.m. Got on Liza P, played chapter 4, then went back to bed. And that's it. That's all I did. Oh, my mouth is so dry. I was cleaning my room today after I got home from work. I've had like a really bad headache all day and I've been taking medicine for it, but I was cleaning my room after I got home from work as much as I could. Sleep schedule would be obliterated. Mine is mine is but the thing is I can't finish cleaning my room. And the reason is because I still need to vacuum, but I can't vacuum because currently in the corner where my mini fridge is, I hadn't opened my mini fridge in like a couple months because I hadn't put anything in there in a while. There's a huge brick of ice that built up in there. So I have that unplugged and de-thawing at the moment. And so I can't vacuum because there's a bunch of towels around the mini fridge. Oopsie. So I can't finish cleaning my room until that giant block of ice is gone. And then I can pick up all these towels and, yeah. But yeah, you can do the DLC right away if you've already done it, if you're in New Game Plus, but we're not going to because I want to get the katana first. And yeah. That and I'll probably be underleveled for the DLC because I haven't leveled that much since starting the New Game Plus run. And I bet the DLC will require me to be a way higher level than what I was for the DLC and just a new game. Okay, buddy. Also, I have this weird arm on at the moment. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep it on, but... Yap yap. I'm a yapper. I feel good. Make a groove all night. God, this sword just feels insane. It's so fast. Get fucked. Stupid. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm just gonna speed through as much of the game as I can so we can get to the swamp monster and get the katana. I don't want to speed too much though, because I don't want to like miss upgrades like the butterflies and shit, because I still will need those. And especially the quartzes, and I don't know where all quartzes are, so I'm still gonna be exploring most of the areas again, just to like get as much of those as I can. Hello? Can I swing my sword? Jesus.
Oi, oi, oi. Holy moly. Go open the shortcut here. Not looking forward to going through the swamp again, that's for sure. But we have to at least get that far for the katana. One, two, one, two. You like the short hair better? Yeah, me too. It's just such a nice hairstyle. Like, it's just so fluffy. I wanted so bad when the game first came out, like, an option to have this hairstyle with the gray color. And I didn't know they added it until literally yesterday. Because it wasn't there at launch. If you wanted this hairstyle, you had to have brown hair. Which the brown hair's fine, but like... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Get out here, Stinky. He interrupted it at the last second. I'm actually killing myself. Like, genuinely the worst timing on the planet. Like, am I the most unlucky motherfucker? Like, what the hell? Like, how? How is it so poorly timed that literally the frame the attack was about to activate, he interrupts it? The frame. The actual single frame. Oh my god. Ay, 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 piece of shit. Fuck yourself, man. Feel alright. I feel good. Want you to stay da 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 da. I feel good on you. Alright. But yeah, later this week, Thursday, I won't stream. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be back home Monday though. Too many games this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Ethan will be over at my house Thursday. So, won't stream Thursday either. Because I'm going to the convention with Ethan, and so he's staying at my house Thursday night. And we're leaving Friday morning. Then I'll be back by Monday, so I'll probably stream Monday. But, yeah. oh, last year was so cool. Yeah, I'm hoping... I don't know, I'm still a little disappointed that Alex Lee isn't gonna be there. A part of me wonders, because, like, he was... Like, it said he was gonna be there for months. A part of me wonders, because it's happening at the same time, if, like, he is going to be, like, he bought tickets for, like, Creator Clash or something. And then he realized that it was the same day as Too Many Games, and that's why he canceled. A part of me wonders. Because he's friends with a lot of, like, Twitch creators and stuff. Like, he's very in touch with a lot of, like, content creators. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's literally going there. And that's why he canceled Too Many Games. I'm still so upset about it. You have no idea. It's fine though. I'm like both excited and also nervous to meet Ray Chase, because it's like, he's my favorite voice actor ever. He's the master of masters in Kingdom Hearts. He's Noctis in Final Fantasy 15. He's Eve in Nier Automata. He's Nier in Nier Replicant. So it's like, oh my god, he's so many characters I like, and those are just the ones I can list off the top of my head. He's so many other characters I like too, but those are like the big ones, and it's like, oh my god. I'm like nervous to meet the guy. I'm always nervous to meet the VAs. I'm always so awkward. I like hand them the thing I want signed, and I pay for it, and I'm like, here, can I have this signed? And then they're like, oh wow, and they'll like comment on the thing if like I brought my own item. Usually though, I'll just buy the prints that they have on sale on the autograph table. But if I bring my own item, they'll be like, oh wow, what is this? Is this a collector's edition? That's so cool. And like they'll try to like talk to me about it, and I'm just like, yeah, it's awesome. It's so cool. I get so anxious. Which is why I don't play Genshin anymore, but I still to this day, I think the best experience I have ever had with a VA, there were 2 really good ones. 3 really good ones, actually. And 2 of them were Genshin VAs. So I'm 2 for 2 when it comes to Genshin VAs, because one of them was Kazuha's VA, and I still think it's the best experience I've had meeting a VA. And I don't even like Genshin that much. I don't even like the Genshin characters that much, but the VA was so nice. And, like, I think he could tell I was nervous, because, like, he was, like, the one initiating a lot of the conversation. Whereas a lot of VAs, unless you're initiating conversation, they won't say much. They'll be like, oh, thank you, and then they'll just move on. But, like, he... And maybe it was also because, like, I was one of the only people in line that day, but, like, yeah, way too shy. I could never. But, yeah, it was, like, the last day of the convention. It was towards the end of the day. I was, like, one of the only people in line for him, so he was also just able to take more time for people. But Kazuha's VA was, like, so nice. Like, I think he could tell I was nervous, and so he started asking me questions about the game instead of, like, where most VAs will, like, wait for you to, like, say something, and will just be like, oh, thank you, and move on. He could, like, kind of tell I was nervous, and, like, a lot of Genshin VAs also actually play Genshin, because a lot of them also, like, stream on Twitch and stuff, so a lot of them actually, like, play the game, so a lot of them are also able to, like, ask you questions, and they'll, like, know what you're talking about. Whereas a lot of VAs don't really play games, and so you'll, like, talk about, oh, I loved you in this part of the game, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, sure, thank you, and they won't know what the hell you're talking about. But he could kind of tell I was nervous, and he literally initiated the conversation. He was like, okay, so, like, what's your favorite character to play in the game? And I mentioned, like, oh, yeah, I like Kazuha, but I also like all, like, the other wind element characters, and I just started listing them off, and, he then started talking about like the lore and characterization of Kazuha, and it's like, I didn't know that much about Kazuha, so he started like going into detail about him, and it's like, and then he started relating it to one of his other roles from Demon Slayer, and it's like, okay, and then I don't know, it was just, I don't know how to explain it well, I'm explaining it so poorly, but the way he brought up the topics felt very natural and very blah 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 blah, welcoming in a way that like I was able to like talk to him and not feel as nervous. And so that's still like the best VA experience I've had. There was another Genshin VA, the Genshin VA for Shenhe, who was there the year after that, and she did a similar thing, where she was like talking about like the actual game and stuff and like initiating conversation, but she was doing that with everybody. And her line was long as hell. So it's like she probably shouldn't have been. She was like taking like 20 minutes per person. It's like, oh my god. The wait was long, but holy. And then the VA for Jack-O and Guilty Gear. Most people were there for her because she has a role in one of the Resident Evil games. I don't know, I don't play Resident Evil. And I was like the only person in that whole line there for Guilty Gear. And so like she was like excited by it. She was like, oh my gosh, a Guilty Gear fan. And yeah, then she asked what character I play in Guilty Gear. And I said, sadly not Jack-O, because she's like one of the hardest characters to play, but I like her in the story. And she's like, everyone says that. Don't worry, I'm not offended. Everyone says my character's like the hardest one to play in the game. And it is! It's so hard! Anyways, I'm lollygagging around too much. Yap, 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 whatever. Yap, yap, yap. But I simultaneously love meeting VAs, but also hate it because it's like I'm being perceived by someone who I have enjoyed the work of and that has made me cry directly. I am being perceived. How dare you perceive me? Stop perceiving. I have to double check what other VAs are there this year. I keep forgetting. I know there's a lot of Persona VAs. And there would have been one more Persona VA if Alex Lee was still going, but... I think there's a good item over here, which is why I fell down. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm trying to think of what the worst VA experience was. That might be fucked up though, but like there were a couple that like I definitely like walked away from them like even more anxious than when I was first walking up to them. And I feel like most of them I'm not gonna say any of like the smaller VAs because I feel like that'd be fucked up. But one of them I will say because he's literally like arguably one of the biggest VAs ever, and so I don't really feel too bad mentioning a kind of awkward story. The original VA for Mario, Charles Martinet. And I get it. He was like the most popular VA there by a long shot, literally hundreds of people in line every single day. So he was probably tired as hell. But he just had no energy talking to me. He like didn't even look at me. He was like signing my Switch dock because that's what I got signed, was the dock for my Switch. And I was, to be fair, the question I asked was maybe a little bit nosy, because there were rumors. It was around the time that Mario Wonder got revealed, and there were rumors, because at the time it wasn't confirmed yet. This doesn't sound like Charles Martinet. Is there a new Mario VA? And it wasn't confirmed yet. There was still debate on whether it was him or not, because he hadn't announced his retirement yet. And the question, it wasn't a question, it was a statement. Like, I didn't outright ask, oh, is it you? Because, you know, obviously that's too nosy and he wouldn't be able to answer that. But I was like kind of slyly prodding, being like, "Oh, I'm excited for the new game. I can't wait to hear you in it." And he just kind of like dryly responded with like no energy. "Oh, thank you," and then just signed my thing, and that's the only thing he said. And I was like, "Is?" I like kind of was like weirded out by it in the moment, but with context, you know, months later, after knowing that he's retired, and that knowing that he's retiring and that he wasn't the one voicing in the game, it's like, okay, it makes sense why he responded that way, because him hearing that statement, he's probably thinking, I'm not the one voicing Mario in that game, you fucking idiot. But in the moment, it just felt like he was like, he had no energy. But like now with like context that like he just was retiring, just hadn't announced it yet, it's like, oh, okay, that makes more sense why he responded the way he did. And then right after that, on the other side of my Switch dock, I got the other side signed by the VA for Zelda in Breath of the Wild. And she wrote like a message using like the Hyrule language on it. And she was writing that message on like everybody's thing. So like she just memorized the Hyrule glyphs that translated to the message she wanted to write. And was just writing those glyphs on everybody's thing. I forget what she said they meant though. So now every time I look at my dock, I look at the Hyrule glyphs, and I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck that says. I forgot what she said, so that sucks. No. and I don't know if she got the glyphs mixed up or wrote them wrong, or if like the glyphs change meanings in every game, or if there's no official translation, or what. But every time I try to like look up the translation of what the glyphs mean, it comes out to just like there's a bunch of images that like translate. Oh, this glyph translates to this letter, but like there's a bunch of different ones, and I don't know which one's the real one. So I gave up on trying to find out what it meant. Let's see. I've met Keith Silverstein twice. He voices a lot of roles that I really like. He is the main, not the final villain of Persona 5, but the villain for the majority of Persona 5. So I consider him the main villain, because he's the villain for 90% of the game's runtime, and then there's another villain after him, 2 more villains after him if you play Royal, like the Royal edition of the game. But he's the main villain of Persona 5, which is what I had signed the first time I met him. And the second time I met him, I had him sign a print of his Genshin character, Zhongli. But I know him from a bunch of roles. He's been there a couple times. And then I have mentioned I met Axel's VA, who's a super popular VA for like decades. He's voiced in a ton of things, but of course I know him from Axel and Kingdom Hearts. That experience wasn't the best, not because of anything I did, not because I felt awkward. I was super excited, and it went well, but I ended up getting secondhand embarrassment because he went to sign the Axel figure with like a red Sharpie, but he used like, he had 2 red Sharpies, one that was like a more reflective material, one that was like just a normal red Sharpie, and when he went to sign the transparent part on the front of the box for the figure, where like you can see the figure on display. He used the first normal red Sharpie, and it didn't show up at all. Like it just kind of like smeared all over the front of the box. And I just felt secondhand embarrassment because I could tell that he felt bad. And then he went over it again with the reflective one and it showed up fine. But I could tell that he felt bad and like he apologized that it didn't show up well the first time. And so I got secondhand embarrassment from that. It's like, no, no. Ow. But the Sharpie was red though, yeah. We gotta answer these correctly, so that way we can enter Arlecchino's room later in the game. Honestly, I don't care to do the give up your heart ending run actually, because I'm remembering that like if you do that ending, because Carlo when he's revived is like kind of being like controlled by Geppetto, and like Geppetto makes him kill all the people in the hotel. All the NPCs are replaced with like weird mindless puppets, and I do not want that as my post game. I'd rather not. I'd rather not be my post game hotel. A bunch of like mindless puppets. No, thank you. Trying to remember any other VA experiences I had. Yeah. Oh, not a VA experience, but like a YouTuber that was there for a couple years. Scott the Woz, a Nintendo YouTuber, used to go to Too Many Games like every year. He hasn't in a few years. I think he just didn't like going there anymore, probably because of how crazy the last year he went was. But he's gone there. He used to go there like every year for several years, and the first year I went there, he was there, and we were just walking around the convention the first day, and like it was the first day before like most of the booths were even set up, so like a lot of it was like empty. This was like still pretty close to the pandemic as well, so like everybody was wearing masks, and me and Ethan were just like standing towards like the back of the convention, because like there wasn't much to do on the first day because it was very small that year because of COVID, and not all the booths were set up. We were in the back where like a booth was supposed to be set up, but it was like empty on the first day. And we were just standing there, and we looked to our left, and like messing with his phone and his bags is just Scott the Woz standing right next to us. And we're just like, oh wait, can we get a picture? So that was funny that like he just happened to be standing right next to us that day. And then the second time I met him was the year after that, and the year after that was I think the last year he ever went there. And that year was actually crazy. His meet and greet, the line was like half the entire convention hall. Pretty much the entire convention surrounded around him with the amount of people that were there to see him, because his YouTube channel blew up so much within that time. And so he really underestimated the amount of people that were going to show up to see him, and so did the convention. And I think that's the reason he hasn't been there since, because pretty much the entire convention was there to see him that year. And it was way too crazy. It was way too much, and I think that's why he hasn't gone since then, because he realized that his audience has just grown to a point where he can't really go to a convention anymore without it literally overtaking the entire convention. Anyways. But the second time, I found this weird like copy because like the game Gex, a weird like old platformer about a lizard, is like a running joke on his channel. It's like one of the few games that's like a running joke. It's like Madden 08 Gex. There's a bunch of jokes that have been run into the ground by his community that aren't really funny anymore because of the amount of times that like people bring it up. And like, as funny as Scott the Woz is, his community is super unfunny. They will take like a funny joke from one of his videos and they will run it into the ground for years. And Gex was one of those jokes, but this is a few years ago, back when the joke was still kind of funny and still popular. And so I found a copy of Gex off of eBay, like a pre-owned one, to like get signed by him. But it wasn't like a normal copy of Gex. It was like a weird Japanese copy that had like an alternate box art. And so when I got it signed, he was like weirded out by it. He was like, I've never seen this box art before. Where did you get this? And I was just like, I just found it. And I didn't really know how to answer that or what to say. And then he was like, oh, I was what? He was like, oh, you just bought it? Because like he was wondering if like it was my childhood copy or something. I was like, oh no, not this one. This one's like a Japanese import. The one I played as a kid was like my brother's, and he sold it. And like most of my memories of it are like of watching him play it. I never really played it that much myself, which is true. I've told stories all the time on the stream about how most of the games were my brother's and I wasn't allowed to touch them until after he gave me the box of the games years later. So I wasn't allowed to touch his games, so I only played Gex a couple times as a kid. But he was like, yeah, that's what they all say. They all, because I guess that's what a lot of people in line were saying, was like, oh, I never played Gex, but I've watched people play it. And so like he was like, oh yeah, that's what they all say. So he didn't really believe my story, but I promise it was real. But then I got a picture with him, got it signed. It was awesome. A bunch of his other friends that were like in the videos were also there, and they were also in the picture. I think another reason they stopped going is because a lot of his friends, despite them being in his videos, they're just normal people. They got normal jobs, they got normal lives, and I don't think they particularly liked being bombarded by a lot of fans, because they aren't YouTubers. Sure, they're in YouTube videos with Scott because they're his friends, but they have like normal lives and shit. Like they're just normal dudes. Like they go after that convention, they flew back and they just started living a normal life again. Like I don't think they particularly liked it. I could definitely tell a couple of them were uncomfortable towards the end, especially. And on the third day, towards the end of the third day, they stopped doing signings and they were just walking around the convention normally. And I could feel bad because they were just trying to walk around with like their girlfriends and stuff. And like people were still stopping them when they were just trying to walk around normally. So it's like even them, just normal dudes, weren't able to enjoy the convention normally anymore just because they're in their friends' YouTube videos. So I feel like that's another contributor to why they stopped going, is because Scott's friends weren't really able to enjoy the convention like they used to be able to.
I thought there were no more survivors. I do love it.
That's just me being parasocial though, and me just yapping about why I speculate they didn't go. You know, I'm sure they have reasons. Maybe it's literally just as simple as they don't feel like it. But, you know. That's just me being a little bit parasocial. Also, that same year that, like, I got my copy of, like, Gex signed off of eBay, Ethan, was bringing a figure of Connor Eats Pants, because Scott the Woz and Connor Eats Pants are, like, friends. And so he was like, I don't know what to get signed by Scott. I'll just bring a Connor Eats Pants figure because they're friends, and so he might think it's funny. And when Ethan went up to get the figure of Connor Eats Pants signed, Scott was like, it's Connor. And like, he literally took a picture of the figure after he signed it and sent the picture to Connor Eats Pants being like, hey, someone came in with your figure, and got it signed. And then, shortly after that, in the next stream that Connor Eats Pants did, he mentioned it. And, then I said in Connor's chat, oh yeah, that was my friend that got it signed. And then he read my message. And so I can now say that one of my favorite streamers, Connor Eats Pants, has like seen indirectly a figure that I have held in my hands. He has like seen Ethan's figure, and I think that's really cool. That's so cool. Yeah. I like mentioned it in his Twitch chat, being like, "Oh, hey, my friend got his Connor figure signed by Scott like 2 days ago," and Connor was like, "Oh yeah, Scott sent me a picture of that. That's pretty cool." And like he just moved on with his stream, and it was, I just think that's pretty cool that like he actually like sent the picture to Connor and everything. Made me kind of jealous, I'm not gonna lie, because Connor is like my favorite streamer. Or one of my favorite streamers. I don't know who my favorite streamer is. Probably Maximilian Dude, but Connor's up there. It made me a little jealous because I was like, dang, I wish I had a Connor figure. Then I would have gotten it signed, and then it would have gotten sent directly to Connor. That would have been so cool. But it's still really cool that like Ethan got it sent directly to Connor as well. Yeah. And I was like, dang, that's so cool. Oh my goodness. And then I'm trying to think of like what other VA experiences that I can say that are notable. Because most of the time it's just me awkwardly walking up to the VA, handing them the thing, paying the money, and like saying like maybe one small thing about like what game I know them from, and then walking away awkwardly. So most of them aren't that notable.
Looking good. Hey.
Shut it. I also don't ever get pictures of the VAs. A, because it costs extra to get a picture along with the autograph, and B, because I hate my picture. But I think this year I'll make an exception for Ray Chase, because Ray Chase is like my favorite VA. I want a picture with Ray Chase. Oh, another YouTuber. I got, this one I was even more excited for than Scott the Woz. Like, I like Scott the Woz, he's funny. But this YouTuber is genuinely one of my favorite YouTubers. I gotta give a little bit of context. It's a yapping stream where, you know, we're just replaying Liza P, so I can freely pause and not really feel like I'm wasting time. Yap stream. Oh, not that screen. This screen. Okay. Is a YouTuber called Super Eye Patch Wolf, who makes these really good video essays on just a bunch of shit. I haven't watched him in a while. The last one I watched was this one from 10 months ago. So I have a bunch of videos that I haven't watched. But he makes a bunch of video essays on just a bunch of shit. I typically watch his anime and manga ones. There's a really good one that he made. There's a 2-hour long video about why you should still read Berserk. He made it in light of the author's passing. And it was a video essentially just going into detail about everything great about Berserk and why you should still read it even though the author passed away before the story could be finished. Why it's still worth reading. And it is what convinced me to read Berserk, and now Berserk's like my favorite manga ever. One of my favorite things ever. It's so fucking good. It's one of the most beautiful stories I've ever fucking read in my life. And I read it because of this video. And so he was there one of the years, and I brought my volume 1 of the deluxe editions of Berserk there, and I was like talking to him about the video, how I've like watched it. I probably watched this video like 20 times. At the time it was probably more like 10. I told him I watched it over and over, how every time it's like made me cry, that like it's the reason I've even read Berserk. And so I had him sign like the inside cover of like my first volume of Berserk, and I got a picture with him, and it was super cool. I was like the first person in line for him that day because I was just so excited. So that was cool. And then another content creator I met there, I didn't even meet him like at his actual meet and greet because his line was way too long. I met him on the last day. His meet and greet was like the second day. I met him on the last day when he was just walking around. Vinny Vinesauce was there. He's been there pretty much not every year, but he's been there quite a few years. And I didn't go to the meet and greet just because the line was too long. I didn't want to wait like 3 hours. But I ended up just seeing him walking around on the last day, getting a picture with him real quick. I felt really bad though, and I still overthink this to this day. We technically took 2 pictures because the first one, I accidentally took it while he was still adjusting his hair. So I have a picture on my phone of Vinny Vinesauce awkwardly adjusting his hair, and I feel so bad. I felt so bad. I like quickly took the second one after he was done adjusting his hair and ran away. I speed walked as fast as I could because I felt so embarrassed that like I took a picture before he was ready. I felt so bad. I felt so embarrassed. I still overthink it to this day. Every time I'm like watching his stream or something, I'm like reminded of that, and my entire body like heats up, and I'm like, no. And I like start panicking. I can't watch his content anymore without thinking about that. It's so bad. Oh my god. I feel so bad still to this day that like I took the picture before he was ready. I'm so embarrassed still, and it's been years. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. And then I think about like there's so many worse things that could have happened. There are, but like I think about it. 'Cause you know, you never know, especially when it comes to like content creators, which experiences they remember. What if he remembers that? Right? What if he remembers that one guy who took a picture of me while I was still adjusting my hair? What if he remembers that? Like, because it wasn't like in the meet and greet setting where like in a meet and greet setting, the people can like kind of like blend together, right? Because you're just like going through the motions, going through a line. He was literally walking somewhere on the last day, and I stopped him, and then I did that shit. I feel like he might remember that. And I feel like that's something he might remember, and I don't like that he might remember that because I feel embarrassed about it. Anyways. Trying to think of any other interactions. I'm like looking on my shelf to see which things I have signed. This one, nothing notable happened. It was just kind of like I awkwardly got it signed and walked away. But I told the story about how I was one of the people chosen to like win a Nier Automata postcard because of the video of me just slamming the game copy down on the table. So I had the postcard that's signed by Okabe Saito and Yoko Taro. I had that signed by Kira Buckley, the voice of 2B from Nier Automata. So basically just adding another signature to that postcard. That's notable because it's cool, but like nothing happened. It's just she was like she mentioned when she saw Yoko Taro's signature on it, she was like, "Oh, I'm not worthy to sign this," which I thought was funny. But yeah. What other things? The English VA for Koro Sensei, from Assassination Classroom. I had him sign the cover to the manga volume for Assassination Classroom I own. And he, even after he signed it, drew a little doodle of Koro Sensei next to the signature, which was cute. The English VA, the original English VA for Kaneda, I have a signature for. And he wrote in like big capital letters on the cover of the movie, because I brought my physical copy of the movie, a line that's like super memed about, like him just screaming another character's name, Tetsuo! And so he wrote in big capital letters Tetsuo on the front of it with like 3 exclamation points. God, the rest of them are like prints, and that would be in like my folder. Hold on. I got like 2 giant display books for like prints that I buy while at the convention, and then the other one is for like ones that I have signed. Oh right, Angel Devil from Chainsaw Man. He also voices Shinji in the English dub for Evangelion, but they actually, I'm pretty sure they're non-binary. Let me make sure. Casey. Yeah, they're non-binary. Okay. I don't think I knew that at the time that I met them, but yeah. But I don't know. I just like Angel Devil's design, and I don't like Shinji. I don't really like as a character, despite loving Evangelion. But Angel Devil, I really do like. Kazuha, I already mentioned. Shenhe, I already mentioned. Zhongli, I already mentioned. Is there any other signatures in here, or are those the only print ones I have? I think most of the signatures I have are like on physical items like figures or games or whatever. Yeah. Those are the only print ones I have. I want to get more print ones, because usually what I'll do is like I'll bring like an actual game or a figure or something, and I'm gonna do that this year as well. But like I'll also usually, like, if I know a VA is gonna be there of a character I like and I don't own a figure of that character yet, I'll go out of my way to buy a figure to get signed. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I'll only bring an item if I already own one, otherwise I'll just get a print. Just because I want to fill this folder up with more prints. It's pretty empty. It's pretty lacking. Alright. I think that's all the signatures. There's probably something slipping my mind I can't think of, but I don't know. I don't know anymore. Anyways.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like that.
Boy is mine! Mine! Root for me, brother!
Come on! Get my others. Don't you want to
There we go.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it looks exactly
Also,
like
I
you.
already
You see
didn't
it,
really
right?
believe that theory that
nose
like
and
the puppet hung up on the
right?
bridge was like someone taking revenge for Romeo, because it's like how the hell would they have known that Romeo was hung up like that? Whoever the fuck hung up that puppet. But like this just solidifies it even more. Because now we know that it was the Black Rabbit Brotherhood that hung it up like that, because they have one literally in their base hung up the same way. And why the fuck would the Black Rabbit Brotherhood even know who Romeo is, let alone avenge him? So I already didn't like that theory. I thought it was stupid and didn't have any ground, but this literally disproves it right here. So, nah. Oh, it's so hot. I'm gonna die. Oh yeah.
You have no idea how I
You're back. But and go to I always. This I thought to that memory. The sass.
Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Don't care about either of these. Don't care about any of these. We'll go for this, I guess. so tired, man. Ah. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. The sleep schedule, I know. I know. Old lady.
Hurry up, Geppetto. I feel. If you came, I knew. I heard the crowd. Many people. I stopped him. The hotel. I'm going to. People have thanks for.
Okay. Right, we gotta re-listen to the music disc because it's New Game Plus, and so you gotta re-listen to them for more humanity.
Les flocons de neige qui brillent dans le ciel nocturne me réconforte. Je t'attends seul dans le noir. Je t'attends depuis trop longtemps. Je peux t'entendre dans mon cœur, un murmure de ma propre confession.
Oh yeah. You haven't been sleeping well? Yeah. Every time I do finally fall asleep, I wake up shortly after, like drenched in sweat. It's so hot. It's like not funny. Not funny. Oh my god. I'll be right back. I'm gonna like go get water and turn on my AC and stuff. I'll be right back.
Le vent qui me caresse, un ciel brillant. Serait-il possible que je te murmure à ton oreille?
Sorry. Ah. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. I didn't turn on my AC. All that time and I didn't even turn on my AC. I was just... Oh, okay. Now I'm dropping shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my god. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Bam, bam.
Rosa Isabel Street, the entertainment district. You might call it extravagant. Operas, operettas, street concerts, all running 24/7. Adelina Corday, the singer in the red dress. Oh, she was the most famous of them all. The legendary.
I don't care, Gemini. I don't care.
I'm not sure if she's still alive, so well, past tense makes sense. It's
Don't care, Gemini. Don't care. Buddy. Pal. The NPC that's singing their heart out in there. Love to see it. Right, the lady that wants wine. Bum, ba-da, bum, ba, 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 bum. Come on. Oh my goodness gracious.
not need to come in here. I do not need Legion plugs. What the hell? What the helly? Just pounding on the piano in there. Banger time. Hell yeah.
I dedicate this performance to my sister Adelina. Scream the requiem for me, if you would.
Dude, every time I swing my sword, she does a little jab. Hello?
You stole my sister from me, rotten puppets.
Dude, I can't do anything right now. She's just spamming the poke.
Scream the requiem for me, if you would.
Get out of here, man. Yeah, so that is the incident that Carlo died in, the Menad Charity House incident, where like everybody there got petrification disease and died. Seemingly it's weird that we never get a confirmation on how Carlo dies. It's still so up in the air. We think it's during that incident where like everybody in the Menad Charity House obviously didn't get petrification disease naturally. It was because the alchemists were testing their serums there and shit. But I don't know. Then again, Gemini also refers to Arlecchino wiping out people there as the incident, so I don't know. I don't know. I hate that like we don't really have any concrete details on Carlo's death. Ugh.
dun, 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 dun. Guess this gives a quartz, I believe. Which is why we came down here. Yep. I like have no energy right now. I don't know what's going on. Ah! Sleep schedule permanently ruined. Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my goodness. Checking something real quick. Freaky. Oh. Freaky foot job. Freaky. Oh. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow,
Freaky. Out of the way, ladies. Ow. Hey. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. Grr. Alright, let's see.
Found it. The black dress. It's just a puppet? What on earth is going on?
Okay. What the hell is that notification? I'm gonna kill whatever is trying to update right now. What the hell? What the hell? Ow. Get destroyed, buddy pal, buddy old pal, buddy old pal of mine, and get destroyed. Also, the DLC confirmed that this is Carlo's mother. It was like theorized that Camille and Carlo's mother were the same person, but the DLC confirmed it. Hello, Stinky. She saw a message. She definitely did. I promise, I promise, I promise. Goodbye. She definitely did that shit. I promise. I promise, I promise, I promise. I'm not lying. I would never lie. I don't lie. I don't do that. Why would I lie? Also. I remembered to. I forgot. Actually, yeah, I forgot to go back. Here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The most annoying Trinity door. Because you don't get the key until much later. Then you have to backtrack a fuck ton to get to it. It's the most annoying one. The rest of them are usually right next to stargazers, and you usually get the key before you find the door. This one's just annoying. Because you get the key way after in a different chapter. Then you have to come all the way back here to open the door. Big weenie. Big wiener. Hold on, let me... Checking something. Making sure my phone is plugged in and charging. Oh. I forgot. I have to wait for the elevator. Oops. I fell. Oopsie. My bad. Oopsie daisy. I tripped, I slipped, I slipped. My souls! Oh yeah. There's something there I forgot to grab when I was here before. We'll come back. Let me continue up first. No, not here. Over there.
Ba-da, 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 ba. Ba-da-da, ba-da, ba-da, ba. Ba-da, 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 ba. 'Cause I think I get a quartz in here, I believe. So that's why I'm coming back. I hope I do, otherwise it wasn't worth it. I didn't, but I guess it's fine. What the heck? I don't even know if this was worth it. No. The answer's no, it was not. Ay, ay, ay. Bum, ba, da, bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah. Great. I'm gonna have so much fun in this next area. I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna be so happy playing this next area. And it's gonna make me very happy, and I'll never be upset ever in my life. Nope. I'm gonna be so happy playing this. It's my favorite. It's my favorite area. It's my favorite level. It's my favorite. There's never been a better level. Never ever. Never has, never will be.
Ay, ay, ay. Stinky bitches. Shut up. Adelina Corday. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ay, 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 ay. These throwing blades might be the answer to these spider ladies. Holy moly, Batman! The moveset on the sword is also helping a lot. It's so crazy. I feel like a fucking anime character. Just zooming around. Alright. Forget what item this is. Alright. Adelina Corday. Oh my god. My head, my head. Gosh. Right, then circle back around. Clear out the other side. I think there is at least one quartz over here somewhere. I don't remember though. I could be completely wrong. Vanini collection. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's it. Next is the King of Puppets boss. I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know, I don't know. Oh my god, my back. Oh, I feel like I'm dying. Ba-bum. Do we have everything in this shop? Everything that matters. Ba, 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 ba. We can pet the kitty. Oh yes. Oh yes. Kitty. Oh yes. Oh yes. Dad, I've been lying. No.
Father, I didn't mean to. I promise.
Bum bum, my beloved. So true. Ah. Guard regain reduction. Attribute resistance. Special resistance. Enhanced deflection recovery. That's what we'll do. Hell yes. I don't care about any of these or any of these. Or this. Or this. But is there any of these that I care about? I don't think so. So we're just gonna go to upgrade P-Organ here. I'm gonna start upgrading some of these things. Increases ergo upon eliminating an enemy. Beautiful. More ergo. Anyways, awesome, awesome, awesome. Time for the King of Puppets fight. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Then after King of Puppets, we make our way to Victor. Then after Victor, we make our way through the swamp. And after the swamp monster, we'll do the DLC for the second time. Because then I'll have the katana. Summon. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Big weenie, big weenie, big weenie. And you know what? I'll even let this cutscene play because, you know, after beating the game, it has completely different meaning. Like, Romeo literally warns you, hey, this is what Geppetto plans on doing. Oh, my father's calling me down. I'll just let the cutscene play. Obviously, the King of Puppets is gonna kill me because I'm not gonna be here. But I'll let the cutscene play. And I'll be back with food. Oh, I'm back. Good try, Spectre. They fought a good fight. They tried their best. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm back. Let me turn the model back on, but then also turn off the game for now. Let me go find something to watch while I eat my food. My nose. Plundering amulet location? What the fuck is the plundering amulet, and why would anyone want that? I don't remember. Wow. 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 What is my YouTube recommended right now? Oh no. Oh yeah, I do know that the Radahn fight ended up getting nerfed after I beat it. Haha, I beat it pre-nerf. Haha. Haha. Hee hee. Ho ho. Ha ha ha. Hee hee hee. Ho ho ho. No damage. Crazy. Crazy. Man. Liza P DLC pranks you every 5 seconds. Yeah, it does. There's a lot of traps and pranks in it. Not a fan. Not a fan. There's nothing to watch. There's nothing to watch. Refresh. Give me something. Give me something. There was a yeah. I was gonna watch that, but I heard they showed like nothing that we didn't already know about. So then I was like, oh, okay. I don't care then. Apparently like the only new thing was like a crossbow, and they spent a lot of time on a crossbow. And it's like, oh, okay. That's awesome. That's so cool. Already got access to pretty much, yeah. It is what it is. I have like 0 excitement for the expansion, to be honest. I'm trying to find something to watch and I can't find anything. Oh my god. It's something new. I don't know. I'm like not looking forward to it at all. 'Cause not only does the expansion just not even look that crazy or that good, but it's also like the changes to armor and weapons making it even harder to get good stuff. I feel like I'm just gonna be miserable. I feel like I'm just gonna be sad the entire time. So, I don't know. Man, my YouTube recommended is not good right now.
it is recommending me stuff I should theoretically like. Liza P videos, stuff like that. But like, on paper, yes, Liza P video, great. But it's a Liza P video showing like an amulet location or some shit like that, and I don't care. Oh my god. I don't know, man. uh, like, dude, this is really bad. Like, this is like the worst it's ever been. It's like, and every time I refresh, it gets worse. Oh my god.
There were people online.
Alright, I'll watch this, I guess. If you don't know, Mango, who is like one of the most famous Smash players ever and friends with Ludwig, got way too drunk at Ludwig's event and has a history of doing very dumb things on stream, either to other people or to himself, and has been banned many times for it. And he still refuses to address that he has a drinking problem, still refuses to get better. And at one of Ludwig's recent events was doing things that he normally does with like Ludwig and people he's friends with when he's drunk. He'll like go up to Ludwig when he's drunk and he'll like hump Ludwig, like dry hump him, and you know, it's a joke between them. Ludwig's cool with it. People who are friends with Mango are cool with it. But he started doing it to people he doesn't know too at the event, just going up to random people and humping them. And so he's now banned from all Ludwig events, and he got removed from his org that he was a part of, and yeah.
Online who are like, man, this is why you can't have drinking events, in reference to Mango's behavior at Burial Park.
You can have drinking events. Mango just shouldn't drink. He's a grown-ass adult with a child, and every time he drinks on stream at events or on his own stream, he has shown that he cannot handle it. He's an alcoholic to the maximum degree, and every time he gets drunk, he literally harasses people or inflicts harm upon himself. He cannot handle being drunk, and he has shown that for years.
Like, this is why you can't have drinking events. It's stupid that you would ever glorify drinking. Bro, 24 people invited, 23 people got drunk, 23 people had a good time, 23 people were normal. Like, I'm sorry, maybe I am controversial for this, but I don't mind getting drunk. When I get drunk on stream, I'm fine. I don't feel like I need to change my behavior because of the actions of someone else. In terms of my own consumption of alcohol, I don't find like I need to do that. I don't have an issue with alcohol. Now, I know like in the moment, people get like a lot more sensitive about it, which I understand, but I don't know. I find that like a little overreaching. To be honest. Like, I'm making the changes necessary to prevent that from happening. But I don't think the issue was that I drink. I don't think that's the issue, is that I drink in content sometimes. So alcohol's good? No, overall alcohol is probably just a bad thing. It's probably like a net negative for society, inarguable. But I like getting drunk sometimes. Does that make me a criminal? Should I be locked up for this? Should I be put behind bars? Yeah, I saw a lot of comments about like things I should have done. And some of them I think were a bit dumb. Some of them were like, you should have sober people at the event. And it's like, we did. Not everyone was drunk there. I don't know. We did have sober people. The people running the event were not drinking. So we did. If anything, I should make people who are not necessarily leaders of the event feel more empowered to do things at the event. That's probably the reality. But if you guys haven't seen the newest update, Mango tweeted out today, C9 dropping, probably getting banned from tournament, from Smash tournaments. Fucking shit, man. No one to blame but myself, man. Never thought I could hit this low. Probably won't hear from me for a while. I'm sorry, everyone. Wish I was better. I had it all and fucking tossed it in the trash can. And then followed up with an official statement from Cloud9, which said, we are aware of the recent incident involving Mango, fully acknowledge the concerns raised by our communities and partners. Following an internal evaluation, we made the decision to release Mango from Cloud9, regardless of tenure or accomplishments. The behavior demonstrated is completely unacceptable and directly conflicts with our organization's core values. I only say blah, 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 because it feels amazing. But yeah, Mango cut, and like, I guess, possibly also getting banned from Melee tournament. You killed Mango? Not even. I don't know if you're meaning or genuine. I feel zero guilt. I don't feel guilty at all. I think this is his own actions because he's his own man. He's an adult man.
He's accepting it, not dodging it. The thing is, I'll believe it when I see it when it comes to Mango. Because Mango has been banned from Twitch before for getting so obscenely drunk that Twitch deemed it as him streaming self-harm because that's how drunk he was. And after that, he said he was going to address his relationship with alcohol. Years later, it's clear he never did. It's clear that he still has a very bad relationship with alcohol and still does terrible things when he's drunk. So I'll believe it when I see it.
And me banning him, like, is the only thing that I did in response, because I think it was the correct thing to do. And also, I think I specifically said, like, I'm not calling for him to be dropped or banned from Melee. Like, I don't speak for Melee as a community. I don't speak for C9, obviously. I'm just controlling what I have control over. But it seems like a fun. I'm not gonna lie. I am surprised though. I am surprised he got dropped from C9 because they've stuck with him through, I guess, not necessarily worse moments, but like other dark moments in like fuck ups in his life. Because he's been with them for decades. He's been with them for, I think he's the longest tenured esports player on C9. Yeah, 11 years. 11 years. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Some people were wondering, because I said I'm banning him from my events, if that means that I'm banning him from Smash events I'm running. I'm not running any Smash events. I have no plans to run any Smash events. They're hard to run, at least with my current relationship with Nintendo. I'm not allowed to run events at the scale that I want them to. I don't run Supernova. That is not a me question. That is their call. Supernova is not my event. Now, I am partnering with them because I'm going to go to Supernova and co-stream the event. But I don't run the event. Not my event. That's not a mobile event. I'm just showing up by myself to stream. So that's up to their call. Is LACS not the scale you want it to be? I can't run LACS at the scale I want to anymore. You're not allowed to do events with a certain level of prize pool anymore. Yeah, you just can't do that anymore. What about PSL? I'm confused by the question. Mango's never gone to PSL one time, so I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about. Why do they limit the prize pool? I think it's a branding thing. It's purely like how they want their game to be seen. They want it to be inclusive. Everybody participates and not like competitive, sweaty. Like they want an 8-year-old to be playing alongside a 15-year-old for $0. Which is why in Japan you can't even put a prize pool. But I will see, man. I don't talk about it sincerely too often. I obviously, like, you guys know this about me, but my dad had a serious problem with alcohol. And his rock bottom was death, candidly. That's what the rock bottom for him was, is he never got the better of it. It got the better of him. And his life was, like, he was 40. He died at 44 years old. 43 years old, excuse me. Young, right? I'm very close, relatively to the age that he died at. And, I've talked to Mango in the past, like, I've asked him probably 4 times, 5 times, point blank, are you an alcoholic? And every time he's like, no, I'm not. And has gone months without drinking. So, like, I've taken him at face value. But, like, clearly it's, like, a problem. And so this is his rock bottom. Hopefully it's his rock bottom. Hopefully it's his rock bottom, and he bounces back. Because actually, he messaged me, and we'll see. But he said maybe this will be a good thing in the long run. in the sense that maybe this is the wake-up call to go fully sober in 3 years, be a better person than he would be if this had never happened and he kept drinking and never got in trouble.
needs help.
Ronaldo needs help? Dude, Ron fans are crazy. I'm deadass talking about my dead father. And they're like, yo, Ron can't beat Mario Kart. That's great. Shut up, all about your dad for a second. Sorry. It's just my streamer Ron can't beat Mario Kart. I don't think you're understanding. There's different stakes, right? Everyone has a dad. Ron has never beaten Mario Kart. But anyway, you know, this is probably more severe than I expected the outcome to be for Mango. I don't know if I'm alone on that. I did not expect him. I thought maybe he might get dropped because candidly, like it also makes maybe economic sense for an esports team to cut a Smash player. So not to say that was their intention at all, but you know, I'm sure there's some business aspect to it that they think about. But I'm a bit surprised by the Smash tournament ban, if that happens. But Mango's saying he'll probably get to ban for tourneys. I'm a bit surprised by that. Oh, okay, real quick, and it is a more minor point. It is a more minor point.
Yeah, I only know about Mango because, like,
some people online, I think, are so...
I watched the Yard podcast, and Ludwig and Aiden and... I'm trying to remember all their names. Nick and Slime. They're all, like, how they started their careers online is like within the Smash Bros scene, and so they're friends with Mango and stuff like that. Blah blah blah.
And they allow no opportunity to actually like think and consider this. Because I'll give you an example. I was getting messages from people saying, "Why are you not talking about the Mango thing?" Before I was awake, I'm sleeping, and they're like, "Why are you not talking about this?" Bitch, because I'm sleeping. I did it hungover in the morning when I woke up, and I see the same thing happen with C9 and then the broader Melee community. And I'm gonna say it, bro, they're LARPers, right? They're not actually Smash community members for the most part. They're people who aren't involved in the community saying like, how could this community not take action on this? And it's like, in every instant, taking time is a good thing. In every instant. But the issue is, and I'm not saying C9 did, and I know I didn't do it, I made my decision off of talking to the people affected at my event. I didn't give a fuck, I promise you, at anyone online who marked. Anyone on my Reddit who posted, regardless how many updates you get, I don't give a shit about you. I made my decision talking to the people, like Cutie, Maya, Emily, whoever, which is what you should do. But I do think sometimes, like, there's like this online pressure from people who are as invested as like watching a clip, tweeting, and then never participating in the community again. And then people make decisions based off of that backlash, which I think is dumb. I think that shit's dumb. And it happens all the time. It happens all the time. It is not exclusive to this event. It is so fake. It is so fake. But it's called cancel culture. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I feel like cancel culture has a weird connotation. I really think it's just drama forms. Because, like, you know what? And obviously a way different situation. There's a LSF thread, right? Live stream fail. Obviously, like, dog shit community. But this clip got posted there, right? Of Ed. You're here? Taking the half gallon from Jason.
I'm still here! He's still here. How many streamer games? John! Let's go! I'm still in! I didn't encourage that.
Dude, I love when he says I'm still Ed. I love that line. I'm still in! Ed didn't read the room. Ed did not consider Cutie would have to pay the cleanup costs, crew would have to clean the mess up, and you know, there was a lot he didn't consider in the moment. And that clip got posted, and people watched that clip and had formed an opinion. This guy's a piece of shit, doesn't consider anyone at all, typical stream viewers, fucking loser, should probably stick to, you know, eating shit and dying, basically, right? But they don't see the moment, because their entire opinions and lives come from clips and opinions they form, then they move on because they don't care. They don't care about the movie theater employee. They don't give a shit. In the moment, that's what they think, but it's not like they're following up. Like, hey, it was a movie theater employee, or they don't, it's all fake, right? It's just like, so they don't see the moment later where Ed comes up, tears in his eyes, clearly got caught up in the heat of the moment, excited to be on stream, not an opportunity he has a lot, not a position he's in a lot. Obviously wasn't able to handle that. Tears in his eyes, apologizing to each and every person, you know? That broke my heart, I won't lie. It broke my heart seeing Ed come up, crying, and just saying, I'm so sorry, you know, for making a bit of a fool of himself, you know, and just sitting there with that weight. Like, that's sad, bro. That's sad, you know? There's such an inability, I find, sometimes to be a person. It's so hard to be a person, because to be a person, you have to be fallible. You have to be vulnerable. You have to fuck up. You have to be weak. And sometimes, like, you can't. Because if you fuck up, then that's, like, the only thing people see, the only opinion people have. So anyway, I rock with Ed. I don't condone what Ed did in that moment. I think that was pretty dumb of Ed, okay? I don't think he should have poured a whole half gallon of milk over his face. I think he went overboard. But I'm rocking with Ed, okay? Because sometimes we are all a little bit Ed, okay? We're all a little bit Ed in this world. Sometimes we edit up, and that's okay. That doesn't mean
Sometimes we edit up. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. No, now my whole YouTube recommended is gonna be Ludwig. No! Get him out of here! Go away! No! I watch one Ludwig video and this is what happens. No! Never watched Ludwig. Biggest mistake of my life. Ruined my YouTube recommended permanently. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyways. Let's go, Spectre. Go get your revenge. They kicked your ass last time. Can I get out of the doorway? Are you gonna let me, like, actually enter the arena? Like, holy fuck. Sir, for a surprisingly long amount of time. Okay, first phase down. Dude, this sword's OP. The big ultimate move literally did half his health bar, just that one move. The big ultimate fucking slash that this sword does, the fucking Virgil move, literally does half a boss health bar. Like, I basically started the phase with him already at half health. This fucking weapon is definitely getting nerfed. It is broken. You literally just walk into the boss, immediately erase half its health bar. Like, hello? Hello? go out here, talk to Geppetto, call him a stinky bad dad. You're stinky, you're a bad dad, you're a bad dad, you're a bad dad. Not just a bad dad, he's a bad guy. He's just a fucking psycho. Going around killing people and shit. I hate that guy. Hope he breaks his chin. Add another DLC. This time we go back in time and kill Geppetto. Prevent all this from happening. We gotta stop it from happening. We gotta kill Geppetto. It's the only way the world had to be fixed. Ba 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 ba. Ba da 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 da.
There's another record.
Oh yeah. El Bozo. El Bozo. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Ba ba da ba ba. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. My head hurts so bad. So who wants to talk? A little bit of everybody.
Antonia, when you're all me, I'll use my
I have no thus can a puppet. Very much so, be welcome.
When you reach a certain age, the passion
The Ergo is whispering. The voices, the voices! Let's go to Alidoro. What's up, Stinky? So last time we ended up getting the scythe, of course, from the Burnt White King's Ergo. This time we're gonna get the amulet.
The house of
You know that. Wow, I haven't. You're my looks, but my family does. I suppose.
my nose. It's growing, it's growing. I promise I didn't lie. I never would lie. I never would. I never would. I never could. I never could. Alright, and then... Oh, yeah. Like, if I use this ability here, like, look at that. It does so much. Like, there's just one attack. It's fucking ridiculous. Hey, hey, hey. Do they do balance patches? I have no idea. Can't imagine that often. It's probably either starting or maybe not starting work on it, but like continuing to make plans and start on the sequel. I don't know, so I can't imagine too much. Close to you. Close to you, I feel good. I trust the feeling of you. Give it to me, baby. Feel alright.
What's going on? All these puppets look utterly down, rusty. That seems weird. That's weird, right? Their king dead, they seem lost. Winning him? Whatever's happening, it's like they can't tell their elbow joints from their tail sockets. I'm not even sure they can function without the king to guide them.
I feel good. Feeling of you.
I feel good. Hello? You gonna stunlock me forever? Or like you're gonna like give me a turn? This is my turn, bitch. My turn. I feel good. Ba, 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 ba. Do, do, do. Ay, ay, ay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Youch.
Hey. Ay, ay, ay. Down, make a groove all night. Turn it up, close to you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Holy shit, it's so hot. I'm gonna like die or something. Holy moly. Hate that room. So many enemies. Ay, 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 ay. Here. Open. Dude, I hate this hallway. I don't have enough room to swing my sword. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 man. Ay, 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 man. Screw that jester bitch. Hate that guy.
Isn't the old woman the venerable lady looking for some wine? You know, like the wine you've got?
That guy's pissed off. He's saved. He's free.
Hello? Is anyone there?
No, nobody's there.
Calling Amy and All-Star Game.
Call again later, please. No, come again. No, call again later, please. No, later.
Can you catch some?
Oh, yeah. Hotel crap. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Hello, Stinky. Yeah. Gotta go change my hair back. How dare you? How dare you? Father. Father, I need a haircut. Grab the scissors and the hair dye. Gosh. Oh. What time is it? Oh my god. It's like 7. Let me check something. Hey. Da, da, da. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. How's the ice block? It's like, I don't know. I can still see it in there, so it's not gone yet. Half of it, like when I was getting water earlier, half of it I was able to like pull out, but the other half of it is in there still. Oh. No. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Da 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 da. Lorenzini Mini. Meow 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 meow. Crazy.
The Grand Exhibition theme was automatic puppets and City of the Future. The plan was to showcase and demonstrate the most advanced technology in Krot. But, you know the rest. You can't hold an exhibition in a city that's fallen.
Sup, fatties?
And now the whole city is an exhibition of a nightmare.
Stupid dog. Get out of here.
Kill dogs, kill dogs. Kill dogs, kill dogs. Oh yeah. Ba da ba da 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 da. Go. God, I'm like exhausted. I'm gonna pass out. Ugh. Alright, let's grab this item, open this door, and I might end for the day. I'm just too tired. Ugh. Ugh. I'm not gonna sleep, but like I just don't have the energy to stream. I want to sleep, I just can't because I gotta fix my sleep schedule after sleeping all day yesterday, but whatever. My head hurts too. It's been hurting all day since I woke up. So, blah blah blah. I'm gonna end. Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Yeah, so I might be back tomorrow, maybe not. Cause I do gotta like do some stuff to prepare for my trip. So maybe not. If I'm not, then I won't be back till next week. But if I am, then that's it. That'll be the last stream until next week. But yeah. Meow meow meow. Thank you as always. VA stories were fun. Yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Like, I don't know. But it's fine. Yeah. I'll be back either tomorrow or next week. And yeah. Goodbye. Thank you as always. And yeah. Good night.